What does God mean to you, or how would you describe him?
This is how I would think of him. I would describe him very tall, has a beard, brown haired, not like dark skin, but just tan, and very nice and sweet.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Why?
Um, just because if I ever would pray to him, some of them would come true.
How important is God in your daily choices?
Well, he's really important because I always try before like if somebody said something mean, I would think about what I should say, and I wouldn't just say something mean back. I would think about it.
What do you do to help your relationship with God grow?
Well, I pray to him and I try to be nice to my sisters and brothers.
Do you belong to a place of worship and participate in its services?
Yes, I go to church every Sunday, and we
Why do you go?
follow because I believe in God.
Do your parents make you go?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Do you like going to church?
Yes and no.
Yes and no? All right. What does God mean to you, or how would you describe him?
God means to me everything in the world because he's the creator and he made me. And I think of God as just a big person with a beard.
Do you believe in God, and why?
I believe in God because one, because I was raised that way, and two, because it's like he's a second person that I can talk to when I need help, and he'll always listen to me.
How important is Jesus or God in your daily choices? And please give practical examples. So give me.
Well, I try to be I try to make God happy by obviously praying to him and trying to make the right choices and doing service around the world that he created.
What do you do to help your relationship with God grow?
I pray and I try to see God in other people and try to make them know that that's how I feel about them.
Do you belong to a place of worship and participate in its services? Why?
I go to church every week because my mom and dad make me, and I also serve at church because I think it's fun and interesting.
What does God mean to you?
Well, I believe that he is a person that watches over us, who I guess helps us with daily choices, and he's helpful to life, and he created the world.
Okay. Do you believe in God? Why?
Um, yeah, I mean, there has to be some way that the world was created, so.
Okay. 3 is how important is Jesus or God in your daily choices?
Well, my daily choices are mainly based off of what I feel is right, but I guess what God feels is right too is a big impact.
What do you do to help your relationship with Jesus or God grow?
Um, well, I always try to do the right thing, and I hope that he realizes that I'm just trying to be a good person.
Do you belong to a place of worship and participate in its services? Why?
No, just because I don't have a lot of time, but if I did have more time, then I probably would.
What does God mean to you?
I'm gonna sound really cheesy. I don't know. God's like kind of a friend in a way. Like he's there, even if I feel like no one else is listening to me or whatever. I don't know how to describe it.
Do you believe in God? Why?
Yes. I've always grown up with God and like believing and like going to church and everything. And I think it's that everyone needs to have something they believe in, like religion wise. So if I didn't have God, that'd be weird. I just can't even imagine that.
Cool. How important is Jesus slash God in your daily choices? Please give practical examples.
Sometimes I forget about him when I get mad at people, but I don't like go and hit them. That would totally be wrong. If I didn't have God or Jesus in mind, I would probably hit people, but I don't hit people. So
What do you do to help your relationship with Jesus slash God grow?
I don't know. This might be like not the right answer, but
There's no right
I
answer.
like going to churches in like around the world and in different places. That kind of helps me to see how other people like see God.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I've been to church. I went to mass on Easter in France, and that was really cool. And
Mhm.
I don't know. Going to different churches definitely helps. Just going to church like helps me.
Cool. Do you belong to a place of worship and participate in its services? Why?
Yes, I go to St. Joe's in Penfield. I haven't been to church in a while just because of crew, which is on Sundays. I do go to McQuaid's mass that they have at Home Regattas. Yeah, and participation wise, I like to sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the St. Joe's mass is basically singing.
Right.
You just like sing the whole mass.
Mm-hmm. Why do you go? Like, what keeps
It's
you
like
there?
I don't. I really do like the singing. I don't know. I like being there because it definitely helps me to come back down from like all the stress and everything else. And sometimes I forget about like God, like that He's actually there, and then church definitely helps me.
What does God mean to you?
Well, God means the origin of all creation and the source from which everything comes from.
Do you believe in God? Why?
Well, I definitely believe in God for a lot of reasons, but part of it is just makes sense.
Okay. How important is Jesus or God in your daily choices? Please give practical examples.
Well, Jesus is very important to daily existence because Jesus represents the fact that God so loved the world that He committed Himself to us, and that every human being is very important. Um, and so, if God is willing to share Himself with us, then with this incredible amount of love, then I want to respond to that, and in a loving relationship, you care about the other person or the other being, and you want to have a good relationship with them.
Okay. What do you do to help your relationship with Jesus slash God grow?
Prayer is the most important thing, um, but I would say faith is a little bit like a muscle. I mean, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. So, but prayer, I guess, is part of that expression of faith. You have to exercise it to make it more real and powerful in your life.
Come to a place of worship and participate in its services. Why?
Yes, I attend weekly mass at our parish, um, and why do I participate in that? Being part of a community, a faith community, is very important, both to help other people, but also have their support in your own faith experience. Um, but again, it's a matter of demonstrating your commitment and fidelity